you guys want to touch on the Superman trailer? Did you want to? What were thoughts? Did you watch it, Travis?
I did twice.
What did you think? Twice.
It gives me hope. The last DC world buildings, it just didn't all work. It didn't fit together for me anyway. And so I think James Gunn, he's a great writer, and he does great character driven stuff. I think we saw that with Guardians of the Galaxy, and each of those characters getting their story and you getting into where they've been and who they're becoming. And so I think it can be great. And this trailer gave me hope. And it didn't stay. Tim and I kind of talked about this earlier. It didn't go all dark. And it was a little light. I mean, there was some darkness to it, but it was lighter.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like you need heart instead of just really cool visuals.
Yes. I mean, it's almost like story and character matter a little bit, you know? I mean, almost.
Yeah, it's almost like it's okay to have a little joy in something.
Yeah, so it's just a string of heavy metal album covers put together doesn't make for a great movie. Yeah,
I think the key moment in that trailer that filled me with hopefulness was the scene of Superman saving the child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
jumping in front of that child as something crashes in, like that's just, and to do that scene and to put it in the trailer, they're letting you know this is a different Superman. This is your old Superman. This is the one that saves the little kids, that doesn't just smash the city and snap necks and cry. This is a hopeful Superman. You know, that's
not Punisher Superman.
Yeah, he doesn't get his feelings hurt at a truck stop and twist a truck into the pole, and so
but I'm very hopeful.
That might be
Superman can smile, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's Superman, not just as some AI generated thing that you post on Christmas, but in your actual movie, Superman can smile.
I think that Corenswet, how do you say his name? Does anybody David? Anyway,
I just call him David. Yeah.
Just in the scenes with no dialogue, he gave more differentiation between his Clark and his Superman than they let Cavill do in any of those movies.
Is there what dialogue is?
The only dialogue is when he talks to the dog. When he says,
take me home.
Take me home.
Yeah.
But like just the scenes of him walking around and looking around as Clark, he's selling Clark as a nerdy guy that you wouldn't think is Superman better than they did in any of the Cavill Superman. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he's doing the thing where he acts like a dork when he's Clark so that people won't put it together, even though all it is glasses and different hair, but he's selling it even in those scenes, even though he doesn't talk. I felt like he was selling it. So I'm
we are not Snyder Bros. We are not huge Snyder fans. No.
That's like the first thing. Like we really I watched y'all's first debate when you debated Christopher Reeve and Henry Cavill, and I was like, I get along with these guys. Yeah.
Oh, because Jonathan just so loved, and again, he's so obsessed with visuals. Like you said, it's visuals all the way. Like the only case he can make for how much he loves the Cavill Superman is like he looks so much like Superman, and it's like, really? That's what you think the most important thing is? How much they look like this drawing? You know, that's not the most important thing here.
And I was a sucker for the John Williams march on a Top Gun guitar. I thought that was some 80s synergy that really worked for me. The original Superman's from the 70s, but that was all cross-pollinated nostalgia vibes that I really liked. You know, what if we played it on a Top Gun guitar? What if we did that? It's like, yes, that works.
I feel like James Gunn he knows that he's got to come out swinging in this one. He cannot just he doesn't have a studio that has the patience go ahead and do this as a slow burn like they did with the first few movies of the MCU. So yeah, I feel like he knows he's got to come out swinging. I mean, we saw Green Lantern in this one, and I was talking in our group chat, Dan, that's going to be Guy. Is that what I understand?
I think it's Guy in this trailer. We're going to have Hal on TV.
We know that Hal's going to be on TV, right? And so is John, right? John's going to be on TV as well.
Right. And we've got Hawk Girl in this trailer.
Yep. So a lot to get excited about just off the trailer.
But yeah, I didn't mean, I'm not, like, I know when we do that debate, the Snyder Bros they'll find it.
Yes.
Like they're coming.
Oh yeah, they are out there, and they're angry, and they are hurt, and they're lashing out right now because
they're so mad. What?
Yeah, because the world is so in love with this hopeful Superman that it just eats them up inside.
I feel like the one thing that people are going to maybe have qualms about is the presence of Krypto as kind of a central plot piece, and so that's kind of the only thing that I think people are going to maybe have qualms about.
So, the second I knew that movie was going to make money, and I think I put this in the group chat because Jonathan was talking about Krypto. The second Krypto came on the screen, my 8-year-old was with me, went, huh? And I was like, oh, they've got it. Like they've got it locked up.
Yeah. Like I was on the fence when I first heard that Krypto was going to be in it. I'm like, okay, are they going to go too silly? But you watch that trailer, and you watch how he plows through the snow and how he whistled for him. And he's like, and he tells him, Krypto, home. And like, you just love that dog. You just love that dog, man. Everybody's going to, like, dog adoptions are going to skyrocket after you know, I mean, everybody's going to want like a fuzzy terrier mix, you know.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know,
it's gonna be super fun.
I was worried that none of it was going to be good, and then I saw a 30-second trailer that convinced me that it was all good.
The second that trailer came out, I was in the group chat like, this is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
But the special effects look fantastic. The suit looks fantastic. Their portrayal of Superman is the thing that is the most important in this movie, okay?
You have to remain true. I know these are adaptations.
Mm-hmm.
I know when you move to another medium, you have to make changes.
Definitely.
But you have to try to encapsulate what is foundational to this character.
Exactly.
Interpret. You know what I'm saying? To make it that character, that's what you have to do. So, Superman, he's from Krypton. He's raised in Kansas.
By the best of us. That's the important part.
Yes. Yeah.
Superman is raised by anybody else.
Yeah.
He doesn't turn out right.
They have absolutely just nailed it. He's the shining beacon of hope. He's truth, justice, the American way. He is Superman. And that is something that has been lost on Superman for a long time. Even in the early 2000s when they tried Superman Returns, I mean, they really didn't go that direction with Superman, which was technically a sequel to the Donner series, and so that's why it was so weird that they went that direction with the character. And then we know that they didn't do that in the Snyder universe. So I'm really excited about them getting back to the character of Superman, the John Byrne. You know, that's what I think of when I think of Superman. Is I think of the John Byrne series. That's
the reboot.
Yeah, that's what comes into my mind, and that's what I want to see on the big screen. So looks great.
I read an argument today that no one before James Gunn's Superman argued about movies being comic book accurate. It's just a new argument.
Oh my God! Now
like
somebody needs to tell
never been in a comic book shop because that's all it is.
Oh yeah. Okay, they've never met Tim Collins. Tim would take a notepad to a movie, and he took. I swear to God, Tim went to the movie theaters with notepads, and he came up with notes on all the things that were wrong.
But yeah.
Going back to Krypto, though, I think you see James Gunn, he really likes these obscure characters to know. Not that Krypto's obscure, but he's not used in a lot. But like with the Creature Commandos and Suicide Squad, he reaches back and takes some of these characters from DC's lore that, I mean, people have not heard of. And he does really good things. I mean, he does really good things with them.
That's how it's going to be when he comes out with some of the rest of this stuff that we know is on the slot. We know that the Authority is in phase 1, and that's another one that's going to be kind of in that same vein of kind of reaching back. A lot of people aren't going to be familiar, but that allows
comics. You might not know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that allows him the opportunity to kind of work and do what he does. You know, he's got Superman and he's got Green Lantern and he's got all these other characters that we're familiar with. But the ones that he doesn't, those are going to be the most popular ones because that's what happened with him when he did Guardians of the Galaxy. So
and I do like that this is going to be a like in medias res. The story is already in motion. Type of universe. These are not. We're not going to get a whole bunch of origin stories because people are sick of origin stories. And like, who doesn't know Superman's origin? Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to see the pearls fall again for Batman. Everybody knows Batman's origin. And honestly, that's like going to the shop and picking up a comic book. You know, because if you go to a comic book, if you go to a shop on a random month and pick up Superman that month, it's not his origin story. He's in the middle of a fight with a 3-issue arc usually, and this is number 2 of a fight that he's having with Brainiac or Lex Luthor or whatever. And so doing it that way, it could be really fun.
And I'm very excited to. It's good that we're finally getting good stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we went through a lot of not fun.
Yeah, and it's not just the quality, it's the fact that it is also uplifting. It's got this adventurous, uplifting tone that, like, it was out of style, it felt like, for a while. Everything was so dour and sad and mopey, and just even the things that were good were kind of...
They were dark. They were things I couldn't watch with my kids.
Right. And now this, like, we're getting all this good stuff that, like, it's family friendly. It's hopeful. It's aspirational. It feels very hopeful.
The scene where he's walking through protesters and they throw a can at him and people are yelling at him.
It's very Batman versus Superman vibes. Well, very much.
It seems very much like it could be the Message.
Yeah,
they might be trying to put some politics in here. Man. Yeah. Superman just needs to be pure escapism, man. I've
never seen James Gunn really go for all the political stuff. He tries to offend as many people as possible with anything. So,
man, after hearing about everything horrible in the world and then going and spending $200 on groceries for the week,
I
just want to watch like my Superman smile.
Yeah. I want Superman to show me there's a better way. I want him to be happy. If you go to the movie and it's just 2 hours of that trailer on a loop, it's still going to be fine. It's just all fine. I got John Williams' Superman March on a Top Gun guitar.
That was what sold me.
It's just amazing. And, like, I don't know, man. I just don't understand the hate for the costume because they finally got the colors right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like bondage gear. It looks like clothes.
It's not muted. It's not sad.
Yeah. And all they could do is show you pictures of Cavill and say, look how ripped he is. And it's like, dude, that's a guy in a plastic muscle suit with a giant cod piece on it, man. It looks like BDSM. You know? I mean, he needs a ball gag to complete this ensemble.
But yeah. I realized it really hit me when I showed it to my wife, and she was like, I want to see that. And then my daughter was like, we got to go see that.
Yeah.
So like, they hit it. Like, they hit every quadrant except for Jonathan May.
Yeah, except for Jonathan May, because Henry Cavill's not in it, and he has a huge crush on he has a Henry Cavill dummy hidden in his closet at home, I guess. I don't know, man. It's not healthy.
It really is.
Where can they find you, Jason?
I'm on Instagram at JasonG413. I also have a podcast called Jason Explains It All. And I sometimes regular a podcast called Your Imaginary Podcast. So I'm all over everywhere.
All right.
Yeah.
Travis, what do you have coming up? What's the next thing people could be looking for where they find you? What do you have coming on?
So I got to after I get off here, I'm going to be writing up an article about Sonic 3. So I got Sonic 3 coming out. I watched Red 1 last night. I got something coming out. I'll be bringing out something about that on my website. It was okay.
All right. We just released our abridged, edited, or we just got done working on our edited Battle 4 Indoor review. I'm working on the abridged versions of the Skeleton Crew reviews. Tim's, what do we got going on? What's going to be the next thing that we
do have the debate dropping on whether or not Die Hard's a Christmas movie. That's going to come out probably sometime early next week. And we at some point we're going to get our video together of the best on-screen Santa, but we haven't done that yet. So yeah, but we've got some good stuff coming, Dan,
before Christmas. So
hopefully
until next week, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and make them do it too. Find Travis, read his write-up about Sonic 3 and Red 1, and we'll see you next time.